in the Coral Snooker Shootout. It's time to meet the players. Would you please welcome Zhao Gu Da! And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, David Gilbert!
Not seen you for ages, Dave. Right, I'll just wait for the cue and then...
Zhao Gudong, a brilliant break of 68 in overcoming Ken Doherty in the previous round. He would love something similar here. As for Dave Gilbert, he put together a run of 74 to beat Fergal O'Brien. Could easily have made the highest break of the tournament. So both players in good nick.
Zhao Gudong won the lag. Dave Gilbert's a break.
Yes, Dave Gilbert always does look in good nick, such a beautiful cueist he is, and I think Zhao Gudong here, I think he's grown into this tournament as it's gone on. He's just improved just a little bit every match. Great performance in dispatching Ken Doherty just earlier.
Yes, the only Chinese player now left in the tournament. Indeed, the only non-British player left in the tournament. All the way through in the shootout, it's double your money each match. Now, though, the stakes really do rise. The quarterfinalists guaranteed £4,000. Get to the semi-finals, you're on at least £8,000. And, of course, that equates to world ranking points as well. Zhao commits the first mistake.
You know, I have a feeling that we're going to see a good standard from here on in. The players now
7.
Getting more familiar with conditions out there, having played a couple of matches to date.
Eight.
Should have made 100, shouldn't he, in that last 16 match. Beautiful break he made. I think the Graham Dott household with him jumping for joy when he missed the red.
14.
He, of course, holds on to the £2,000 high break prize right now, 96.
David Gilbert, 14.
think sensibly Dave's refusing this red. Too tricky to get on black. Brown's a decent target.
Yes, when you're in front, I think the key is not to force the issue.
Is Dave going to be interested in the red, the straight red to right middle? Does have the alternative that he can play as a half shot to nothing, so again a good choice. How adventurous he'll be with the cue ball as far as bringing it in and out of baulk. Indeed, he didn't even try. So.
Ten-second shot clock now coming in.
10-second shot clock
There's
now
some value
in
in playing the
operation.
double. This red. Well, he'll entertain it, but went in. Refused it, so just nursing along his lead right now. Possible plant at the bottom here. Catch this thick. Not had time to go and have a look at it, that's the thing. But a good safety.
And Gilbert relieved to be able to see a thin edge of this one. Little too thin as it turned out, hence the bump of the middle pocket. But he's lucky the cue ball has come to rest on the opposite side cushion. Horrible shot this.
Dave needs some help. Has he gotten any? He has, it's covered. Shot to nothing for Zhao though. Brown and green waiting, he'll be playing the cue ball up behind the yellow, I believe. So it's a half chance this.
No way past the blue to pot the red close to the pocket. So containment again, the order of the day.
Zhao's interested in the cutback. This red will pass. He needs to pot one soon. His pockets are getting very tight. Anything on the far jaw's liable not to go. Oh, that was very good. Middle look at the control. Is he stopping for Brown? He has. This is plumb.
Whoa.
Just caught Gilbert there, turning away, head down.
Five.
Yes, he knows there's nothing he can do. Just praying that Zhao somehow runs out of position.
Six.
So to take the front, he will need the pink, a red, and one more colour.
$12. $13.
Yes, that red near the green spot just helping the situation now for Zhao. Held the spot, now it will go on the green spot, I believe. Shouldn't do him any
19.
damage. Just wants to stay at the table for another 30 seconds.
20.
And I do believe he's grown into the tournament, as I said, Phil. I think he's just improving as it's gone on. That cut back red to start this break off was impressive. He's taken them well.
22.
Oh, there was a time foul. Dear, oh dear. Could there be controversy on the way? Because it seems that Zhao has struck the cue ball after the clock went 0.
It was the noise from the yellow brigade, wasn't it? And the referee didn't hear the beeps.
Yes, I guess that may just... We're going to have to put that down to a consequence of the nature of the tournament. If the referee can't hear it, he can't call it.
Biggest foul ever.
Dave Gilbert knows it was a time foul.
9, 8, 7, 6.
There's not a lot you can do.
4, 3, 2.
Zhao Gudong is through.
Massively.
Rob Spencer explaining he couldn't hear. Dave Gilbert very annoyed. Zhao Gudong into the semi-finals in controversial circumstances.
Welcome back to the quarter-final stages of the Coral Snooker Shootout. Time to meet the players. Time to meet the reigning German Masters champion, the Sheriff of Pottingham, Anthony Hamilton. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now, would you please welcome the Indian Open champion, Anthony McGill.
Anthony McGill against Anthony Hamilton. Still can't believe the record of Hamilton in this tournament. 4 matches played, he's conceded 13 points.
Anthony Hamilton wins the line and will break.
Yes, and I do believe this is going to be the match of the tournament so far. The two Ants going head to head. Interesting. He's leaving a little tempter for Anthony Hamilton. Will he be sucked in and play it? No hesitation. Such a difficult shot. His pockets are closing up every frame that goes by. Nope.
The gauntlet was thrown down, and for the first time in the tournament, Anthony Hamilton is going to be facing arrears. Just a matter of how many. Remember, earlier this evening,
8.
in the previous round, McGill shut out Jack Lazowski 78-0.
Great shot selection playing for yellow. Won't get any reaction out of Lance McGill from the yellow brigade,
11.
I'll tell you that. All business.
Going back to the previous match, I really sympathise with Dave Gilbert over the time foul, but I'm sure Zhao Guodong didn't realise, and I'm also sure that Rob Spencer just simply didn't hear, and you can't blame him. You cannot blame him. It was so loud on that yellow.
17.
And that's the problem.
Anthony McGill,
The
17.
first sign of weakness from Anthony McGill. Wasn't a sitter. No attempt at the pot, just pushing the red. Back into the middle of the table. Oh, he's gone for it. Well, I tell you, every credit for bravery, but there's a lot of value now. Is the red going to make the journey to leave Ants a cutback? Not quite.
Unaccustomed situation for Hamilton. No need to panic, but when you think McGill, he's already scored more points in this frame than Hamilton's previous 4 opponents put together.
First time in the shootout this year, Anthony Hamilton all of a sudden is playing 1 or 2 little iffy shots. I think that's a symptom of the pressure that the Scotsman's putting him under. Oh, that's cued beautifully.
1.
Stroked it in.
The pink easily goes into the pocket that's just accepted the red.
Seven.
The shootout title has gone to England,
8.
Wales and Finland, but it's never gone north of the border. McGill fit for
10-second
purpose.
shot clock now in operation.
Eleven.
Is the red going to nestle? The cue ball going to nestle?
I'm
Oh,
gonna
it
mark you
has. He's
11.
gotten away with it. That's massive. 4.5 minutes left. Just check the clock, Anthony. There's no need for desperation just yet, but he's having a go. Oh, and he's gone ragged. Very ragged from Anthony Hamilton.
Well, was that a time foul? I'll tell you, that was close.
So there was a bit of doubt over whether that shot a couple of shots ago was also a time foul. Guess we'll never know now. It's passed and the frame's in progress again, but now
6.
3.5 minutes left. Nothing flash here. And using up the clock well.
Anthony McGill, 6.
Playing tight in behind the yellow. Played the pot, in fact. No, sir. has a smile because he was half almost wanting to miss the red as long as it went safe, but he's still okay. Stun onto the back cushion.
And now down to last knockings for Hamilton. Something good has got to happen right now.
Yeah, last throw of the dice. Still plenty of time. There's 12 shots, 12, maybe 13 shots for Anthony Hamilton to play.
One.
He has to play into the 3 reds off this. Needs them in the open.
Not impossible.
8.
That's good, and I'll tell
9.
you why, because he can just stun this and keep a tight cue ball. That'll save him a few seconds, a few valuable seconds. .21 behind. You have to think
14.
4 reds, 4 decent sized colours. If he's going to overhaul this deficit, he's not in the brown.
15.
He is only just.
The dream's still alive. 16 points
19.
the difference now.
Yeah, but he's got to play 6 shots to get the job done. Oh, that's it, over now. There's no way back.
Anthony McHill's prevailing emotion must be one of immense relief.
Anthony McGill 1.
10, 9.
That was great snooker theatre, and the Tony Award goes to McGill.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the quarter-final action of the Coral Snooker Shootout. Coming to you live on ITV from Watford. Let's meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, would you please welcome UK Championship semi-finalist. It's David Amazing Gray!
David Grace has played with the sort of composure in this tournament which suggests he could win it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the winner of 6 ranking events, including the Elite Triple Crown and the World Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, time to meet the magician, Shaun Murphy!
Yes, Shaun Murphy, 5th in the world rankings, is the highest ranked player left in the event, so I suppose he is the favourite for the title, but I don't think he can be described as the hot favourite.
Have a good one.
So this is a quarter-final.
Shaun Murphy wins the lag. David break. David Grace break.
Winner doubles his money from 4,000 to 8,000.
playing that with a lot of right-hand side queuing down on the ball, so he's going to swerve it away from the bunch a little. Now David Grace has got the first opportunity. It's a half chance or so. Beautiful, beautiful, and he's got to go into the bunch here. I know you can knock a red in. There might be a plant to the right corner, actually. What if he looks at it? I can see two reds that might be in line. Goodness, he hasn't really had a chance to scrutinise those. Well, that's the red I meant. And mercifully for him, even though he's not on one, he didn't really hit the bunch very hard. Otherwise, that could have found its way into the pocket. Anyway, he didn't get on one either. Can't roll into the bunch. This is a very difficult shot. He's played that very nicely. It's a beautiful shot. We know Shaun Murphy can crunch these in. He's made a lifetime of it. Wow. Fantastic cueing. There's nobody better at those. This is as tough, though, in its own way. Well, he didn't hold back there. It was on the cushion, it could have been missed. He played it magnificently. Too much on the ball. That's a terrible shot. Dug into it too much. Didn't mean to be there.
14.
Looking for the gap between green and brown all round the table. What about this? Another Murphy special, but this is tougher than any of the others. Wow, that's an unbelievable pot. It's a screamer. That is just top draw.
This is the first complete tournament that Murphy has played in contact lenses.
19.
They seem to be good for him.
Point.
Well, again, this really is absolutely brilliant from Shaun Murphy.
27.
He's knocking them in from all angles, and the pressure's quite great here. He doesn't believe in doing things by half measures, Shaun Murphy. As he mentioned, he picked up on what I'd said earlier on, that he only knows one way, and that's to pot everything, and there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Let's be honest. Whether he decides to at some point consolidate, I don't know, but you've got to get there somehow in the first place. And he's potting everything.
36.
Now, he messed up the last shot going through Bolt in the green. Oh, that's what he meant to do.
Well, left himself one tough shot too many.
41.
41 is a good lead.
Well, it really is. But because he's got them quickly, time remains. David Grace gets in. He's very much capable of polishing off 35 points. High value colours are gettable from there.
Ten-second shot clock now in operation.
That's a nice shot. That's one way of stopping Murphy, putting him on the cushion. And this is where he just might have to use a little bit of cunning to try and avoid letting Grace get in, because even though he likes to go for balls occasionally, you really have to hold back. David Grace playing this. This is tough.
Not a kind run of the ball either. He's left the red on.
Five. Six. Ten.
It looks very much as if Murphy is going to win this quarter-final without giving Grace a meaningful chance.
11.
But he's hitting the ball so well now, isn't he? He's just peaking. I know it's only a short match, but he has played so well here. Not over the line yet, but in 3 minutes, 53 points, he's very close to being over the line. Mathematically, Grace can win. 58 the difference, 59 on. Time-wise, that will be some effort.
Almost 23.
58 behind, only 59 on. There's no alternative to that shot.
Great shot.
One.
Amazing shot.
And he got on the black as well.
Yes, he's right. Sean Murphy, you might have heard say amazing shot there, and he's right, it was absolutely brilliant. It was amazing Grace, wasn't it? But he's missed that one. The pressure was just too much that was put on him by the former world champion, Clive, I think.
Yes. 50 in it. That's red enough to secure Murphy's place in the semi-finals. He opened the scoring in this frame with a break of 41, which was distinguished by two majestic long straight pots. And that was an opening that Grace couldn't recover from. Superb performance from Sean Murphy, who advances in the semi-finals. David Grace goes home with £4,000 and 4,000 ranking points.
Welcome back to the action. This is the quarter-final stages of the Coral Snooker Shootout, where it's time now to meet our players. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the pride of Lincoln, Stephen Hallworth!
Stephen Hallworth from Lincoln, City of Giant Killers. At least they have been in the FA Cup, and who knows, you could make them the City of Giant Killers in this one-frame shootout.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a three-time ranking semi-finalist. Let's meet Andy Higgs.
And Stephen Hallworth will play Andy Higgs for the last remaining semi-final place. And I have with me a player who is already into the semi-finals, Sean Murphy. You must be pretty pleased with the way you played in that match, Sean.
Yeah, I had to pull out a few, you know, decent long reds. Some very poor cue ball control got me in trouble a few times. But it's just complete carnage, this tournament, isn't it, Clive? It's just, you know, it's mayhem out there.
But you seem to be doing pretty well with your new contact lenses.
Yeah, you know, I accidentally went in my snooker room over Christmas with my glasses on and that I wear for driving, and suddenly realised that, you know, I'd nearly gone blind. And so I had to go and get some contacts, and it's so refreshing being able to see where the balls are.
Well, you're certainly seeing them well this weekend.
Yeah, if we could, I suppose if you could pick your weeks, you'd pick a much bigger week than this. But, you know, I'm coming into good form at the right time of year, and the Crucible's just around the corner. It'll be here before you know it, and very, very pleased to still be batting in this tournament.
And if you can win this event, you'll already be qualified for the Champion of Champions next November.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, as well as the prize money on offer, which is significant, a place in the Champion of Champions, you know, is all the players are after that ticket to Coventry. Of course, it's not a tournament I have a great record in. I just have my annual day out to Coventry, play a match and go home. But who knows? 6 times a charm.
Well, we'll be seeing you later in the semi-finals, Sean. All the best.
Thank you very much, Clive. Catch you later.
Meanwhile, there's nothing happening yet here, but things building up. This is a huge 10 minutes for these two guys, both amateurs. Hicks, of course, as we've said many times, formerly a high-class player, but that's a long time ago. Stephen Hallworth, he's obviously a talented player, but he hasn't really got a lot of good form. Played at the Tempodrome last year, lost to Mark Selby. That's the best I can find.
And whether he wins or loses this match, I think Hallworth will be very encouraged by his performance.
Yes, and you know, the other thing to say, Clive, it's a long way from being impossible that the winner of this match could win the whole thing. Such is the nature of it, because they've both played as well as anybody.
And Hicks won.
Well, committed himself there, as he had every right to, but the red failed.
One.
Well, he might be on the blue, but it's a tight one. He's not exactly rushing into the shot, is he? That was okay, no problem there. A little bit laid back. He's looking at all kinds of stuff before the bleep started.
And a Hicks.
Looks like a good outcome to that safety. Hallworth forced to use the cushions. Glancing escape.
Couldn't have played it any better. I don't think the red cuts to the left middle. No, and he's not playing it.
Oh, hit that a mile too full. Could have been even worse. Hicks strikes me as being just a little bit the cooler of the two players.
Well, he's always been like that. He's always been a good player. I think he was unlucky to go off the tour, actually. It was just by virtually nothing in points, wasn't it? He's still probably good enough to be on it. But once you go off the tour, it's quite hard to get back on. So
10-second shots clock now in operation.
His interest in the game diminished, but I think he really wants to play again now. That's not a good shot.
5.
Well, the comparison has been made that a bit like Lincoln City playing Sutton in the Cup quarter-finals. There's so much up for grabs. They never played each other, we know, but it would have been similar. It's a lot edgier than the previous game when Murphy was striding around the table, knocking everything in, isn't it?
Yeah, and Hallworth is edgier than he's been in his previous games. Perhaps what's at stake has actually sunk in.
Where's the cue we're going to end up here? Well, I tell you, there's nothing very easy there. He's got one to the middle pocket and he's knocked it in, but the black is quite a twitchy shot where he's landed. I don't know if he really fancies this, you know. No, he doesn't.
And a Hicks 1.
Well, with Stephen Hallworth, we all know he's done well in getting here. I'm sure he feels that way. But now's his chance to go on to better things.
1.
Hasn't landed well on the colour.
That's a great shot. That is beautifully played.
Well, the last couple of shots have transformed Hallworth's chances.
And that wasn't easy either down there. Now he's really racing.
8.
He's a little tentative on that.
11.
The top red goes. It goes. It just passes, as you can see. Well, he's a good player.
12.
Leaves his chalk on the cushion rail like the old billiard hall players would do.
And the top pool players still do.
Well, he's got himself in front.
17.
There's not long left. This is another nail biter.
Well, he staked everything on that.
Stuart Hallworth 17.
Hallworth took a big gamble, and it looks as if he's lost.
Well, that's a very lucky outcome there. I know he had a red near the left corner anyway, but the cue ball was just running around pretty aimlessly there. Got to do this still. He's only one in front. He can't afford an error. He's got, if he knocks a couple more shots in, it's probably going to eat away enough at the remaining time. Now this sure of this with the rest.
10.
If he leaves it over the pocket, he could lose. From that angle, it looks easy, doesn't it? Hubel's running dangerously on. Well, it's a bad shot to finish the other side of the bulk line.
11.
Now what, Clive?
Well, he's 7 in front.
The time wasting, who can blame him? Now, what's he got?
And a Hicks 11.
8, 7, 6, 5,
That is it.
4, 3, 2,
A very edgy frame, very low scoring. Andy Hicks has won it 24 to 17, and he is a semi-finalist.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The semi-final for the Coral Snooker Shootout. Referee Andy Yates is ready to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome them semi-finalists to the Coliseum, Watford! Oh, we are live on ITV Sport, and at this time we welcome the millions of viewers joining us around the world. It's time now to meet the semi-finalists. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome a 3-time ranking semi-finalist. Welcome back, Andy Hicks.
Good luck, Andy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Zhao Guodong!
Good luck, Zhao.
We've had everything this evening. Controversy, great snooker, tight finishes, and we've got a potentially extraordinary storyline in Andy Hicks. No amateur has ever won a world ranking event before. Could Hicks be the first? He's appearing in his first world ranking event semi-final since the European Open of 1996, 21 years ago.
Andy Hicks won the lag and will break.
Yeah, the battle of the amateurs in the last quarter-final there. Andy Hicks just held himself together, the better of the two, to earn his place here in the first of our semi-finals. Zhao Guodong, that controversy of earlier, not of his making, we might add. Oh, look at this for a red. That's how you open a semi-final.
And the black was no gimme.
Looks like he's got himself in stroke, didn't he? I mentioned a couple of matches ago with Zhao Guodong. He's just improved every round in the shootout this year.
$16.
Been here before, of course. He knows what it's all about. Past finalist.
Yes, only a couple of years ago, lost
17.
out to Michael White for the title. Back then, ranking points were not attached. They
22.
certainly are now.
Just look at that red next to the pink. will go into the same pocket as that red. How's his angle on the black?
23.
Maybe too straight to get on that. I want to screw back for the red, adjacent to the pink into left middle. This will have to be precise to get on it. Oh, this looks plumb. Very good.
30. $31.
Already made a 68 break, remember, this evening against Ken Doherty. The opening red, Alan, has led to so much.
An absolute stunner of an opening red. Yeah, I mentioned he just looks in stroke now, Zhao Guodong. The confidence is oozing out of him.
45.
Still some work to do just to put the frame away at this visit. Back up for blue. That's nice. Just the top side
46.
of it. So we can play for the one more loose red. And actually landing high on it might be no bad thing. Shot with the rest, bring other reds into play. We won't be doing it from there.
51.
Tracking an angle, pink or black.
$52.
Mildly disappointing, but
59.
with a 59-point lead, it's time to batten down the hatches.
Zhao Guodong, 59.
Shots clock now in operation.
Well, he's not left the red, but it's more seconds ticking away. Zhao walking around there looking at the clock, and it makes pleasant reading for him.
Yes, he's almost there, and Andy can't even have a pop at anything. He's even thinking about a desperation plant. Oh, and the red's going to nestle over right middle, is it? No, it's not going to bounce. Again, Zhao can do whatever he likes here almost. I don't think he'll be playing any sort of pot. Just screw back onto the black cushion. Played the snooker in behind the pink, and that will see Zhao Guodong into tonight's final in about 20 minutes or so.
taste for Hicks. It's not one of those matches where he can say, I had some chances and blew it. He didn't.
Yeah, we've got to go back to that opening red once again, haven't we? Probably the best shot of the night, maybe the shot of the tournament in the circumstances.
Thank you. 8.
This is frame ball, forget the clock.
10.
It'll be a sad Andy Hicks departing, but he's done himself proud all week. He's battled hard.
11.
Still, as we know, under amateur status, but I don't think that'll be lasting for long.
This is this cracking opening
14.
red that's opened the door to the frame.
Jogadon 14.
With a minute and 50 seconds left, Andy Hicks concedes into the final. Goes China's Xiao Guodong. Coming up next, the second semi-final. Shaun Murphy against Anthony McGill.
And gentlemen, the semi-final for the Coral Snooker Shootout, coming to you live from Watford. Let's meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, the Indian Open champion, Anthony McGill.
Good luck, Anthony.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the winner of 6 ranking events, including the Elite, Triple Crown, and the World Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the magician, Shaun Murphy!
Murphy against McGill. Under any format, this is one cracking match. Just 10 minutes this. Anyone's guess who's going to triumph.
Your choice, Shaun.
And Alan, when Shaun was
Shaun
in the commentary
Murphy
box
has
a
won the
little
line.
earlier on this evening, he was
Anthony
saying
McGill to break.
that Anthony McGill has beaten him on a couple of very big occasions of late. World Championship and Indian Open.
Yes, he's taken a lot of the top players' scalps in his young career, Anthony McGill. Who's to say he's not going to dispatch the magician again in the second semi-final?
It was tough, but that's the kind of pot that Murphy strokes in on a regular basis.
We're just asking a little too much now, Shaun. A little bit of banter with the crowd. Ants won't be doing that. Oh, middled it.
1.
If someone has a yellow to win the tournament, will they do that?
Oh, that's a gorgeous shot.
4.
Gorgeous shot. What sort of angle does he have in the black? Just a hint. Can he force it round a couple of cushions? Doesn't have to get completely out for the red. Oh, he just tried to force it, didn't he? Low in the red would have been good. He just tried to pinch the pocket. They're getting so tight out there. Will Sean play black and into the pack here, or settle for pink? He's eyeing up the black, looking for the split. No. Don't blame him for that. He's been all out attack so far, but I think that was a good choice. Try to build his way into the frame.
Nine.
Fantastic under pressure, Sean Murphy is. One of his
16.
biggest assets. He's got that ability to play under absolute duress. Like he's on the practice table, just like that. Now, where's the cue ball?
An in-off itself would have been bad. It was in-off because of the side on the white. Took it into the pocket. Oh, what a blow for Murphy.
No, sometimes in this game you can make a case for getting punished for playing a good shot. That was a case in point. Now, Ants, how's your composure?
Eight. Nine.
That's not bad, actually. Screw a couple of cushions, choice of 3 reds potentially. Won't be entertaining the pack, I don't believe. Struck it well.
$14.
He is going to need the pack, though, if he win the framing match at this visit. But, lovely angle here, but again,
15.
I think he'll settle for a choice of the 2 loose ones.
$22. $23.
This shot's key now. If he gets anywhere decent on this last of the open reds, he could almost pick his spot for the colour to attack the little cluster. That's not bad.
30.
Oh, that's clever as well. Played for a choice of pink, green or brown.
31.
Green's perfect, pink's beautiful as well. Bridging, but such a big target. Can he hit the middle one of the 5?
$37.
10-second shot clock now in operation.
This is a substantial lead now, especially with less than 5 minutes remaining.
Yes, and if he puts the brown below the right middle pocket on the cushion, or any ball on a cushion, Sean's going to need it. And he's covered the loose red, so that buys him another few seconds as well. But the green's not safe. Has to be careful here, Anthony. Doesn't want to be taking any undue risks if he can help it. Plenty time. Oh, that's a stunning shot. Oh, the cue ball's in.
What a twist! And now Alan was right. He should have put the green safe. It's not. This is an authentic chance for Murphy.
1.
All about the kissing the 2 reds. Not ideal to play the cut back, and he can slip past the pink, so chance of landing on a host of... Oh, has he got a kick there? Did look like one. Hard for us to tell from here.
Sean Murphy, 7.
think the red went a little sideways off that. Now, how's the time? 3 minutes 20.
Now this red is in Murphy's wheelhouse.
Oh, that's stunning. A stunning red from Murphy. What's his angle like on the blues? Top side of it. Time not an issue. Oh, he's played that to the inch. This is perfect. All about yellow to green now.
Yes, because these middle pockets are cut brutally, and although the green is available, it's a really tricky shot.
7 behind. Yeah, you're right, Phil. This isn't a sitter, this green. What way does he play it? Does he go across and across, or can he hold it for the brown? It wasn't a sitter.
Still plenty of time left. Balls have to be potted.
Anthony 8 in front, brown and blue, and he's in the final.
The pendulum has worked overtime in this frame. It's swung so much. Anthony is Superman. It is Scotland against China in the final of the Coral Snooker Shootout.
Well, never a dull moment here at the Coliseum. What a night of drama. Anthony McGill will join Zhao Gudong in tonight's shootout final.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the waiting is over. This is the grand final of the Corals Snooker Shootout. Coming to you from the Coliseum, Watford! And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the action. Welcome to the final of the Coral Snooker Shootout, where the finalists can't wait to get the action underway. It's all brought to you by World Snooker. We are live on ITV, and we welcome the millions of viewers joining us around the world. Well, our referee, Andy Yates, is ready to meet the players. So, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for one more time, Zhao Gudong!
There were 128 starters in the one-frame shootout, and now the 127th match of this long weekend will decide who walks off with the £32,000 first prize.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, the Indian Open champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony McGill!
Anthony McGill has a head for the big occasion, and this is a big occasion. So he will challenge China's Zhao Gudong for the title and the £32,000 first prize.
Yeah, thank you.
Andy Yates is the referee.
Your choice, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony Gill has won the lag. Joe Gudong to break.
Well, this is now the real thing. There's a lot up for grabs here. £32,000, as we've been saying. Ranking points, maybe a place in the Champion of Champions. It could amount to an awful lot of money, this. It's 10 minutes of snooker. It's been an absolutely brilliant 4 days. Today has been something else. And these have been by far the two best players. No one could argue that they're in the final. If David Gilbert might have something to say, but you know my point. His semi-final, Gudong was wonderful. It's a very good cue ball. He's played it well. Don't forget, Gudong lost in the final a couple of years ago, and he was bitterly disappointed back then. Here's his chance. Put that right.
Well, a full ball contact on the blue would have left McGill a much easier red.
It's not really left him anything, is it? Just the up and down. He's got to carefully chip a red over the right corner here. Didn't have total control of it, but he's played it very well. It's a fine shot. This will be a fine edge as well of the left of the bunch. And he caught a lot of it. It's a well-shaped safety shot. This is quality. So close, he's desperately unlucky. The red's gone off the table. High drama. Now, what is he going to do with ball in hand here? The black's not really accessible, forget that. I think you've got to work around the pink, depending on where the pink respots. What a chance.
And just to quickly mention, if that red had run along the top of the cushion rail and finished in the left-hand corner pocket, that would have been a legal shot.
I guess when it is put on its spot, well, as you answer, goes straight on the black spot. He's actually gone a little bit too far there. That's well controlled. But this is a big shot, key shot. Colour to red. He gets it perfectly, he's in. Let's see where he is.
11.
Well, he had no angle to run through on the pink. He's hitting the ball so well.
12.
Just floating the cue ball around the table. Where's this going? He's totally mishit that. Well, that's
15.
That's me saying how well he's hitting the ball. I just think he forgot to hit the bottom of the cue ball there, just stunned it.
Joe Gudong, 15.
Well, Ants McGill will be quite pleased with that. 19 behind, he's played a great shot here. He has played an inch-perfect safety shot. And Zhao must avoid a foul of any description.
10-second shot clock now in operation.
What a shot. It's very difficult to play that shot with right hand chuck side and get the cue ball anywhere down past the bulk line. That was a blinder.
Would have been impossible, but for this being an exceptionally fast cloth.
Anything to the left middle. The one down the cushion is not much fun at this stage. Part the one below the black. But there's a very inviting little area behind yellow and brown. Don't know if he's covered it. Don't think he has. Tells me he hasn't. The fact that he's looking at pink and black.
Zhao was expecting to play that red into another red. Cushion first. And out for Blackwell position.
A great shot. Very good. Needs to be very cool here. Black is no problem. It goes away from its spot now. Keeps the pink on the black spot completely free.
Nine. $15. 16.
Well, he's not straight, that's good. He's got the perfect angle, standing up the table for whatever red he chooses to play. Playing an area. And he's got 2 to 3
22.
choices here. Staying with the red to the middle bag. Doesn't ever look like missing, but
23.
It's easier to say up here. He's obviously under pressure, feeling tense. Red's potting to the left corner. There's 2 of them above the black, which go.
$26.
A bit of distance involved here. No problem.
27. $33.
Only just top jaw. Ball accepted it though by the pocket.
34.
Now, I think that left-hand red pots to the right corner. Can he get across there? Well, he's gone into them. It's a brilliant shot. It's a superb shot.
37.
He's got to get out of there now. He can get to centre ball striking. Up for the pink. Oh, he's looking great now.
38.
Brilliant shot on the blue, on the green there. Pink goes on his own spot now, so he's got to be mindful of that.
$44.
Just when he needs it most, he's timing the cue ball exquisitely. Sipping around the table.
45.
Almost there.
Little head and a skip. He knows he's close. And he deserves it. He's played some great stuff here. The early mistake doesn't matter.
58.
A big smile on his face. The second ranking title. It's wonderful. Must feel the top of the world, Clive.
Well, that clinches it very, very cool. McGill stayed under pressure. What a prospect he is.
66.
8, 7, 6,
67.
4, 3, 2, 1.
67.
And with that break of 67, Anthony McGill becomes the Coral one-frame shootout champion. His first prize is £32,000. Zhao Guidong takes £16,000 as runner-up. And what a long weekend it has been. Thrills, spills, upsets, great snooker, and everybody has enjoyed it.
Chief Executive of World Snooker, Steve Dawson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a truly magnificent final. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the runner-up receiving £16,000, and it goes to Zhao Guidong. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Our winner, receiving £32,000, the magnificent trophy, but most important of all, the title of the 2017 Coral Snooker Shootout Champion, and his second ranking win. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Anthony McGill.
Well, there we are then, a popular winner here in Watford, all the way from the East End of Glasgow. Anthony McGill is the 2017 Coral Shootout Champion. After the break, we'll get to talk to him. Display here in the Watford Coliseum. Anthony McGill crowned the 2017 Coral Shootout Champion, his second ranking title, here in front of a delighted crowd after 4 days of high drama and fast, furious fun. And he's with us now. Many, many congratulations, Anthony. A fantastic win there. How happy are you to have your hands on that trophy?
Oh, extremely happy, Joe. I just keep watching those pictures and I can't believe it. It's like a coin toss tournament, and you think, do you know what I mean? You always think, every year you think, I might have a chance here, but it never works out. But so to be standing here, it's amazing.
And I think the first time you showed even a blink of emotion this entire week was at the end there, because you've held your nerve so well, just been so focused the whole week.
Yeah, the first 2 rounds I didn't play as well as I would have liked. But after I won my 3rd round match this morning, I played really well, and kind of at that point, you're in the last 16, you can kind of see the final stages, and I thought I was playing well enough to have this, and I did.
What about that table? Everybody says it's playing like a sheet of glass. To have control of that cue ball the way that you've played it has impressed everybody, I think, the last few days.
Yeah, the table's just like lightning. It's very important to not have to go up, travel around the table, you know, having to go up for bulk colours back down, because it's so difficult to judge the pace. You can really need to keep the white tight if you can.
Now, I'm saying you just showed a little bit of emotion at that. I think your mate here just punched the air. He was rather pleased to see you. I mean, I'm sure you were completely impartial, Alan, but let's be honest, you were delighted to see Anthony win and lift this trophy.
I'm over the moon for this boy. You know, I told Neil Folds back in the summer that I thought Anthony McGill would win a tournament. I didn't think he'd win 2, maybe 3, but yeah, I'm over the moon for him, and he deserves it, because he's dedicated, he's class, and he's some player.
Very solid performance, Neil, wasn't it?
Very good performance, brilliantly. I mean, Anthony says a coin toss. He's being modest there, because some of the snooker he played towards the end was better than that. You know, he and Xiao Guodong were by far the best two players in this, and you know, obviously it's a bit of a shame the situation where David Gilbert was knocked out, and we all know that was unfortunate. But getting back to this, these two boys are brilliant. And towards the end, what I liked about Anthony was that he timed the ball better than ever when it really mattered. He didn't panic. All of a sudden, he was stroking the ball around the table wonderfully.
Because when you obviously saw the ball fly off the table, Anthony, what was going through your mind?
Yeah, no, I just thought, oh, that's it, because, you know, well, the black's actually tied up, but you just at that moment, you just think he's in, he's going to win. I'm not so sure it was the right shot, really, to play, but, you know, the clock's there, and I just sort of, I found this was a nice shot. I couldn't have, would have landed on the black through the dark.
Does the pink go?
No, the pink doesn't go.
The pink doesn't go. Right, so that makes it an even better shot.
Yeah, this was a nice shot, because it's almost a mid-distance, and you really want to be stunning things in when you're nervous, but and that shot was just...
That was brilliant, that's what it was.
I had to screw around the blue, although it's going to be bend on the cue ball, so you're going to get round the blue, but...
I think by this point you were actually able to enjoy yourself a wee bit.
I tried to give them a yellow at the end, but it didn't quite work out. I think if the blue wasn't on the spot, we'd know.
Will they be watching up at home, all cheering you on there?
Yeah, I've been phoning my parents back home all day after each match, and yeah, they're buzzing.
And of course, you know, the shootout, it's been around a wee while, but now it's a ranking event. You know, we started off 128 players. It's been a fair journey to get here, but significantly now you take those ranking points.
Yeah, obviously, now that I've had a good run, or had the best run, I'll take it, but no way in God's earth should it be a ranking event. I'm going to benefit now. I don't know to what extent, but well, not only me, maybe other players who've had good runs. There's no way it should be a ranking event. It's not even snooker rules. You know, a foul and you pick up the white. But I'll take it. Don't get me wrong, I'm over the moon, but it shouldn't be a ranking event.
Well, the thing I say about that is you've decided not to boycott it, or whatever the expression would be. One or two players decided to miss out on it. You didn't think it was a ranking tournament, but you thought it was worth playing in it. So I admire you for that, and I think that's the point. You've been pragmatic, not dogmatic over it, in my view, and you'll take the points. And also, you're definitely in the Players' Championship now, Clem Dud. No, there's no doubt about that. So onwards and upwards, right? You may not think it should be a ranking tournament, but he's done the right thing.
No, I'll take it, I'll take it.
and the Champion of Champions as well. You know, it
Yes.
means quite a lot to lift a trophy and to get those points.
Yeah, I'm in the Llandudno tournament, which is just massive. You know what I mean? It's almost like a Masters or a Champions. It's like one of the elite tournaments. So, yeah.
And you'll just take so much confidence from the way you've been playing here. Listen, thank you very much indeed. I'm sure the party will just be beginning, so I'm going to let you go and enjoy your moment. But thank you very much indeed, Anthony McGill, our champion from the 2017 snooker shootout. What wonderful scenes there as he lifted that trophy and enjoyed a special moment. Very special indeed. There we go. Good to see him with that trophy in his hand, Alan.
Fantastic. I've known Ant since he was a kid, you know, coming through the amateur game, and I seen something in him after he'd been a couple of years professional. I said, this guy's going to go all the way. His temperament is probably in the top 3 or 4 in the game, I believe, and he showed why. He's just awesome out there. I mean, nothing affects him, and he got stronger as it went on, and as Neil said, you don't get to hit the ball any better than he did towards the end of the final. It was awesome.
Absolutely right. I can remember where Alan was. We were at air races, and we'd had a few beers in the summer, and he said, Anthony McGill is the real deal. He could be world #1 in ranking tournaments. I said, Alan, no more drink for you, okay? And now, obviously, Anthony's gone now, but he was right. I never thought he was a bad player. I thought he was very good, but he's right. He's better than that. He's a special player.
Yes.
Well, now that he's not here, let's take another wee look at that final and just see some of the key moments, because his heart must have been in his mouth, as ours was when that happened.
Yes, he's trying to play that as a shot to nothing. Not much aspiration of potting it, but jumped off the table, and as Ant said, he thinks it's then gone, because you just initially think Zhao's going to, you know, clear up, win the frame, but he got a reprieve and he took it with both hands.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great shot. I mean, he said, I couldn't have put the cue ball better from that red where he played cushion first, but he played it well. I mean, I'm just looking forward to seeing the shot on the green again, because you just won't see a ball struck any better than this.
Yeah, he's bananaed round the blue quite deliberately into a nice wide little pack of 4 reds and just pushed the red over the corner, and he was almost home and just put the finishing touches. Just an all-round brilliant performance, and a word also for Zhao Guodong. You know, he runner-up for the second time now here. Well played him too.
Let's just touch finally on that controversy in his quarter-final match with Dave Gilbert. We discussed this earlier, the fact that it may have been replayed. The decision was made that it wouldn't be. We'll just take a look at it again. We have the benefit of seeing the clock tick down. The referee is listening for the beeps.
He's miles after the time. There's no getting away from it. It's an obvious foul. What's got to happen is they've got to be some more communication with whoever's marking, and the marker could see the screen, and the marker's got to do something. I don't know whether it's wave a flag, anything. I don't care what it is. Listen, this is a shootout. You can wave flags. It doesn't matter. As long as that communication gets made. And I actually think maybe, for once, maybe they should have played it again. That's very unusual, unconventional. But I can't see a fairer solution to that than just to play it all again. But there you go. We haven't done that. It's been condoned. That's the end of it.
I agree. I would have replayed it completely. You know, we could have stopped the clock as a, you know, there wouldn't have been any problem with that. Whether the marker is at fault, not paying full attention, that's possible. And I think going forward in this event is something we'll have to look at.
Yeah, I think it's something that they'll take away from this. Lessons will be learned. But as it was, you know, it was Guodong who went through, and you know, Dave Gilbert shook his hand and said, wished him well, you know, for the rest of the tournament.
It wasn't even close. It was a time foul. He'd been timing them perfectly. Misjudged that one. There's a lot of noise in here, and to be honest, the marker is not very close to the table. Where we are now, the marker was up here somewhere, and I don't know how the marker was meant to do anything. But in future, there's got to be better communication between marker and referee, and we can stop that happening again. If it's going to stay a ranking tournament, which we think it will, then there's ways to stop that loophole, I think.
OK, that was perhaps one of the more controversial moments, but we have had plenty of entertaining moments along the way. It's plenty of positives from this week of snooker. What about this moment here? Hamza Akbar knocking out the world #2, the Pakistani player who has struggled even to get here because of the visa situation.
Yes, he made a lot of friends this week, Hamza. He's had his problems with the visas. It's well documented, and he's a charming little guy, I'll tell you. I had a nice chat with him, and he's got a lovely manner about him. I hope those problems are sorted out and he can just go on and build a career in this game.
Absolutely. His dream is to play snooker in Europe and places like that all around the world. And of course, being from Pakistan at the moment, the way the world is, he's not getting a visa very easily, you know, and that's a shame because he is just trying to live his dream. And look at that. Can you see anything better than someone so happy?
It was lovely. It was great to see, you know, Stuart Bingham recognising that and congratulating him. You know, that's Bingham for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Stuart's a very professional guy, obviously a former world champion and a great ambassador, and he'll have been happy, disappointed and happy for Hamza, and as we say, we just hope it can all get sorted out for him and he can play. And
for all the discussion about this being expanded to 128 players and some of the big names not coming, it did open the door for people like Hamza Akbar to come and perform on this stage. Yeah, and also some of the amateurs, obviously. Daniel Wormersley, he played really well in a couple of his matches. He knocked out Robert Milkins. Great to see Andy Hicks back playing again. He's an amateur, came in through the top-up system. And also the other lad, Stephen Hallworth. He played brilliantly as well, and I enjoyed watching him play. And they looked completely unfazed. You know, Ross Muir came and played well here. Many of them playing their first big televised tournament. Yeah, I mean, I think there is a theory in the shootout. Once you get through your first or second game, you can really settle into the atmosphere and the table, the conditions, and just be more familiar with the surroundings. And they all handled it well. We didn't see a century, unfortunately, but I'm sure we will going forward. We got close. No shootout, of course, would be complete without Dechuat Pumjang.
Well, no, and it's a bit of a shame, really, because I wish he could have stayed in the tournament a bit longer, not at the expense of anyone in particular, but clearly I saw him in the hotel the other morning, and he's a very different character, very placid. He's just sitting there quietly. Don't know what he was up to, but not a lot. But, you know, he just turns into, I don't know what to describe him as, really, as a completely hyper human being out there, doesn't he?
Yeah, the first signs we ever saw of it, I think, were at the Crucible, when he actually he turned over Stephen Maguire in the first round at Sheffield one year, and he was up to a little few antics, not bad antics, but and ever since then, every time he's came here, it's been more of the same. A slightly bemused Fraser Patrick there, who did beat him. I'm not sure he'd been quite as smiley had he lost, because in all fairness, it is a wee bit off-putting.
A bit, yeah. I think I could think a lot of players who would not have been too happy about that, but he entertained us, and we're here to watch it. We're all neutral. Obviously, Anthony McGill is Alan's main man, but no, we've all got our favourites. As you know, I'm a good pals with Jimmy White and Alfie Bird, and want to see him do well. But you know, in the end, whoever wins it, I mean, if Xiao Guodong had won that, I think he would have deserved it, because in the final there really was nothing between them, just a shot or two either way.
Absolutely,
it's a brilliant tournament.
Let's talk about the two fellas you mentioned then, Alfie Bird and Jimmy White. You know, both massive crowd favourites here. You know, Alfie, I think, brought everybody he knows into this arena at one point, but he had a decent run and he enjoyed it, and I think the crowd brought something to the event.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he brought a lot of people down from the club at Whetstone there, and Jimmy White rang me tonight. You know, he'd been watching it at home. You know, he watched every bit of it. So you know, all the things he's done in the game, he was engrossed. So that's always good, and he played some great snooker along the way. And of course, a lot of disappointment that he was knocked out when he was by Ross Muir, but that's the way it goes.
This was his week. You know, he got off to a good start, and then he just enjoyed himself. And we talked about, you know, how quick he is around the table. It's more about how quickly he plays. He just picks the right shots generally.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things I took from Jimmy's week was an interview he had, I believe, this morning, where he said, I was in the club and had 3 hours, came up here, had a knock for about half an hour. That wasn't Jimmy White 20 years ago, so he's rededicated himself to the game, and we love him for that, and we hope he's got a few years left in him, you know.
And of course, by its nature, this tournament, 128 players, we had 40 matches on the first day and 40 on the second day. That meant we had 80 players in the Players' Lounge over the course of those 2 sessions each day, and you were able to see Jimmy with some of these younger players, and you could see the way they were watching him and seeing how he went about his business, and I found that as interesting as anything, and I'm sure they all learned something about it.
It's a really good point, isn't it? You see Jimmy White's someone who's, you know, who's been a bit of a playboy in his life, let's be honest about it, but now he is as dedicated as anybody. I mean, it's the same in all the tournaments. Every time I see Jimmy, he's on the practice table, and yet some of the younger kids are not. You know, they're having a little beer or doing something that's not playing snooker, looking on social media, staring at their phones for hours. Jimmy's just playing snooker, so there's a lesson to be learned, and a place like this, you can see it.
Yeah, I think it's good that Jimmy now, he's almost like getting down with the kids in the practice room back home, you know, back in the club. He mixes it with them, plays for fivers and tenors. That keeps the sharpness up, and that's what he needs to do, and I'm sure he will. He'll keep doing it. He's been practicing hard in practice rooms. I've been seeing it the last 5 or 6 years, and hopefully it'll pay off for him.
Let's look at some of the moments in this tournament where, well, a little bit of luck came in, a bit of the rub of the green. What about this moment here where we felt for Joshua Thomond here, Joshua Thomond against Michael Holt?
Well, ultimately it was a bad shot, wasn't it? I mean, there's no getting away from it. How he went off, I'll never know, because Michael Holt can't get another shot. You think about it, it's 5 seconds to go. He's never going to get another shot, and he's behind. So how does he win? Only one way, if Josh Thomond makes a foul, and the in-off was, well, I'd say inexcusable, but he's a young kid trying his best, you know. I mean, you know, he's got a different job for a living, so it'd be nice to see him again. And I felt sorry for him, you know.
Yeah.
But he'll live and learn.
Yeah, he sure will. I mean, regardless, it's only a 10-minute frame and he lost. He will learn from it, because it's in the big arena, and you always take positives out of any defeat. That was a bad one, you know. He shouldn't have gone in off. I mean, with a couple of seconds to go, Michael would still have had to pot a red and a colour. So it was basically don't foul, and he was through. But we've been over it, and he'll learn from it.
Now, no tournament would be complete without our pick of the shots over the course of the tournament. So here are the hot shots.
Oh, what a... Yeah, we've got about 10 or maybe 11 shots still to be played in the frame. Oh, what a shot!
He's got time. Wow, I was going to say he had time to play another sofa shot. That is an unbelievable.
He's trying to go round the pad. Oh, he's got it thick. What a pot. Deserves to be on something. Is the green. Still have to get them. Sure. Oh, what a beautiful shot that is. And a bit of a big bounce off the back.